All right, Howard, Howard Shy, Kyle, Howard Shy, Bashar Kakadash, developed the elder apostle, great minister Ruwell, instead of citation and octopus of the truth, caught to walk on the earth, the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashar Shy, the hope for what. The world enemy called God named Howard, so the world enemy called Jesus Christ named Yahweh Shai, and the Hebrew Israelite that consisted of the so-called Negro, Latino, and the American Indian, those are like descendants, go back to the church tribe of Israel, due to the gathering amongst the nations across the four corners of the earth. This is my heart call for the great military in Los Angeles camp back on the elections. And I will not rest Lord willing be edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem, Kakadash, is the Holy Spirit. All right, it's going into the talk about the big one, earthquake here on the West Coast, California. All right, they've been talking about it. We had quite a few big earthquakes, but what they talking about, the big one's gonna top all those, like the Northridge earthquake, um, the San Francisco earthquake, all those earthquake that was prevalent, that was known, like 20 years ago. Well, no, 40 years ago, you know. But this one, it's going to be stupid bigger, bigger. All right. So, hey, prophecy, talk about earthquake. We know the biggest earthquake will be when a thermonuclear missile hit the place, all right? They say the different thing it's all well to and fro like a chunker, all right? But as part of this one, it's supposed to be a big earthquake here on the West Coast, all right? But you know that can cause a massive tsunami and huge flooding, all right? So let's check out this clip and get to the scriptures.
Scientists say there's now evidence two of the best known earthquake fault lines on the West Coast are in sync, and that has the potential for a major disaster. A new study by experts at Oregon State University focuses on the San Andreas Fault here in Northern California and the Cascadia subduction zone off the coast of Oregon and Washington. So scientists looked at sediment pulled from the ocean and found earthquakes on one fault have the potential to set off the other within hours. Just one large earthquake could be devastating, but two in a row could mean massive emergencies across the entire West Coast. Researchers say emergency planners should prepare for that possibility.
There you have it. I found this. The big one earthquake could actually, this is from the press. This is dated a couple of days ago. Earthquake could actually unfold in two stages. They researched that the big one earthquake on the west coast of the United States could actually be two separate earthquakes happening minutes apart. That's what that lady was explaining in the video. She got San Andreas fault. We pretty much out here. Don't count, we pretty much live among that fault line. All right, recent studies indicate that the simultaneous rupture of two major fault systems on North America West Coast could pose a seismic threat surpassing a long-dreaded big one. Now, scientists are warning that California's famous Big One earthquake might actually be a double whammy. Research has found compelling evidence that a tremor along the Victoria Cascadia subduction zone could set off another along the San Andreas fault line, according to a study by a geosphere. What the heck? These tandem earthquakes could occur just minutes apart, stretching emergency response services thin and spelling disaster for millions. So we could expect that an earthquake on one of the fault alone will draw down the resources of the whole country to respond to it. Goldfinger stated, if they both went off together, then you got potentially San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver all are all in an emergency situation in a compressed time frame. However, the likelihood of a similar quake to the last major quake on the Cascadia subduction zone in 1700, when a magnitude 9.0 quake took a 30-foot high Pacific wave hit Japan in the coming decade, is about 1 in 8, according to Penn State College of Earth and Mineral Sciences. Research revealed that the event in Japan was followed by a massive 7.9 magnitude earthquake on the northern San Andreas Fault. That's a long stretch. Such a colossal earthquake can potentially wreak havoc, causing catastrophic damage. Seismologists predict that collapse of high-rises and other structures, enormous fire capable of incinerating hundreds of homes, buckling of Los Angeles highway, and even a possibility of a tsunami. Goldfinger and his team hope the refinery will aid West Coast leaders in better preparation for whatever the future holds. Can't prepare for earthquakes. Back for the of the Lord. All right, but the hope or lack, the servant of the Lord can be taken care of in these areas that we reside in. You know, all through faith. Just hit that. Search. Got to be plural. Earthquake. Second Ezra chapter 9 and 1. Answer me then. Instead, measured out the time diligently in itself. Without a prophecy that's written in these scriptures. Alright? And when I see part of the time pass, these prophecy coming to pass, right? As I had told you before, being a prophet that been written 1,000 years ago. They shall not understand that at the very same time we're in the height will begin to visit the world she made. Alright? And he visited this place through these earthquakes and whirlwinds and things of such. What people call Mother Nature, crazy weather phenomena. But it's actually the Lord visiting this place. Alright? With the visitation of the Lord. To the angel. Alright? So I see these video clips of volcano eruptions and storms and stuff. You'll see these so-called UFOs in the area. All right, because those are angels. All right. Causing these things to happen on the earth. And through the angel, that's how the Lord visited this place. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts. All right, the army. So the angel with thunder and with earthquake. And the earthquake and great noise with storm and tempest and a flame and devouring fire. So it's the Lord that caused these, through the angels, that caused these earthquakes to happen upon earth. Alright? The Lord really the big one. The Lord bring it. Ultimate judgment. Not ultimate, because that's not going to be the final judgment, but a major judgment. How about that? Back in the text of Ezra chapter 9, verse 3, therefore when there shall be earthquakes and upward of the people in the world. And guess what? You have earthquake going on. And you definitely have upward of the people in the world and many, many, many nations and countries across the world. Right? This be the perfect time for that big one to happen pretty soon. Alright, it's to be of the Lord's will. Alright? I'm not about to die, Lord willing. Alright? Now then shalt thou will understand that the Most High spake of those things for the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. But I got all that's made in the world, have the beginning and the end. The end is manifest with these prophecies. Alright, from the past. Alright, for the end to come. The ultimate Esau Edom world, so-called white people to be destroyed in the kingdom of heaven. Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, and American Indian, their kingdom to be established forever, ever, in perpetuity, all right, perpetual, forever. Even through the time, also the highest have plain beginning and wonder and powerful work and ending in effective signs. All right, we're all looking for the signs of the time. All right, these prophecies, all right, come to pass. So the Lord will take this place out. All right, Matthew 24, also what these things that happen for you, how it shall return. Okay, Matthew 24 and 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming? All right, what? Okay, it's his return. And the end of the world. And the end of the world is Esau world. That kind of chapter 6. But Esau is the end of the world. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nations. This is going on now. Kingdom against kingdom is all going to lead to World War III. And there shall be famines. This is going on. Pestilences. Famines coming through. And pestilences, all the disease and stuff. And earthquakes in diverse places. All right, many different places. All right, earthquake that happens. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So these things must be. These things must take place before your house shall return. All the vegetation before your house shall actually visit this place. All right. So that's where we at with it concerning these earthquakes. All right, a big one. Okay. That they've been talking about for decades. Okay. Let's do this. How long they've been talking about the big one earthquake. People, AI overview. People have been discussing the potential for a major earthquake in California, often called the big one, for more than a century. Scientific understanding and public awareness of the threat evolved significantly following major historical earthquakes. Right. Yeah, there's several big earthquakes. 1906, San Francisco. Then you had the earthquake in '94, the Northridge earthquake. So they've been talking about this for a very, very long time. Alright? The A, all according to how much outside time. Alright? Prophecy, date, and judgment as well with that channel.